Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. And it's funny because in the house yesterday there were calls for the thoughts of the whole house to be directed towards the Duke of Kent, who's just lost his wife, or his ex-wife, the Duchess. I met her once, you know. I was at a stage show of Billy Elliot, and she sat right next to me and sat there and chatted to her after the performance. Lovely woman, very elegant, very generous with her time. Didn't take up too much, just a couple of minutes, but yeah, I like that. Mixing it with royalty, eh? Nice. That must be 20 years ago. Anyway, they said that the thoughts were with the Duke, with Jeffrey Epstein's victims, of course, after the whole of the Mandelson fiasco, and the casualty of the fire in the West Country. The thoughts were with farmers, and the thoughts with the wife or the partner, shall I say, of a deceased Welsh senator. Thoughts were everywhere. They were all deeply concerned about these people. No, they weren't. No, not by a long shot were they. They have to say the words, these empty platitudes, of course. It's the done thing. But the thoughts of the whole house, both sides, were very, very much on a single issue. One issue. What will it mean, you know, they were all thinking, what will it mean to me when Keir Starmer is gone, eviscerated, thrown out, beheaded? A coup d'etat in the house. And they're all thinking, do it. You know, if you're on the government side, you're thinking, oh, will I go up? Will I go down? Will I go out? Will there be options? That's if you're in cabinet. If you're in a backbencher, you're thinking, are we going to get a leader who isn't a complete wanker? Are we going to get a leader who's going to turn our fortunes around? And then they're all going to look at the cabinet and they're all going to go, no. And the opposition are going, well, this is the perfect time. We can keep attacking them. We can force out, let's see if we can get that general election. They're in disarray. It's quite clear they can't run the country. You know, it's very difficult for them. Everyone is thinking they need to get rid of Starmer. They just don't know how to go about it. But I think it's coming to a head. Meanwhile, the front bench is just sitting there like rabbits in the headlight. They really just preoccupied with prime ministerial machinations, aren't they? They don't know what to do. They don't know who to support. There's only a few that have even got a chance, and they're all sort of hedging their bets by going, oh, yes, well, he would be an excellent leader. On the other hand, so-and-so would be an excellent leader. So-and-so else would be an excellent leader, because they don't want to alienate the one who becomes the leader. I'm not using the word excellent, just leader. None of them would be excellent, because they're all worse than useless, of course. Friends of Kemi, that's the group within the Tories, the very small group, very select group. 3, I think. We'll take some heart from today's performance, you know, or yesterday's performance rather, you know, because the Labour Party are in absolute disarray. It is fantastic to behold. They don't know what they're doing. You know, at PMQs earlier in the week, she kept bringing up great words. She used things like child S offences. Can't use the full word in that context. Labour couldn't laugh at her. No, you can't laugh when she says that, can you? She said cancer and disabled children in the same sentence again. Labour were like, oh shit, what do we do? Lord Mandelson was another one, because Labour can't really laugh at talking about Lord Mandelson, because it was their own Prime Minister. What put him there? She actually had a very good one because of it. But when you say Mandelson and the words convicted of child prostitution in the same sentence, the vibe isn't good, and it's a bucket of shit, and she's smearing the shit all across the front bench of the Labour Party. It's going to be a mess. I think going into next week, Starmer is damaged. He is so mortally damaged. He is leaking out of his arse, brown arse water. Everywhere he walks, there's a trail of it. He can't get away from it. He's so tied up. He's a man who, forced through this decision with Mandelson against advice. He's a man who's watching the economy collapse. He's a man who knows he's put the wrong people in the wrong position. He's a man who knows he's not strong enough to fire Ed Miliband. And people know that. And everyone says he's not the leader anymore. He hasn't got the authority. And when people are actually coming out, people in his own party, and not doing it silently, but putting their name to it and saying he has to go. Surely even now he knows he has to go. I've actually got a feeling that his best friend in the House at the moment is Kemi Badenoch, because I think she realises that she needs to keep him in power as long as possible, because every day he's in power, more and more people see the Labour Party for what it is and are leaving. And if you put someone in there with any level of competence, that would stop the leak, perhaps. Might not bring too many back, but it might slow down the rate at which they leave. So I think she probably is Starmer's best friend. That is a sad thing for him. Let me know what you think. Thanks very much. Bye.